Hi, tech fans! Yes, it's E-Type on a Shoestring, episode 2! E-Type on a Shoestring! Nicely put, I think. And I was just going to talk about all the stuff that we've done, or I've done. Actually, my dad helped me a lot with this. And I need to talk to you about him as well, because he's no longer with us. He went to about 3 years ago. And he kind of lent me his workshop, which is where we are now, where he used to do his old tractors in. And he kind of helped me get the bonnet off, get the engine out. We really bonded in the end, and it was lovely. It was a really nice thing to do with my dad. So that's one of the reasons why this is such a special car to me, because me and my old man spent a long time together, figuring out how to do things and sorting it out between us, and he was a clever guy. So that was great. So anyway, when I first got the car back, I didn't really know what I'd got, like I said. So the first thing we did, my older brother popped around and we did a compression test, and the engine was absolutely fine. No problem with compression. So, this is after an oil change, new points, change the plugs, do the antifreeze. Just do those basic jobs. Make sure that the engine's got all the right fluids in it. Stick a battery on it. And we started it up. When the front exhaust had was completely rotten. The whole exhaust system was rotten. It was just the downpipes that were left. And the noise was just phenomenal. So I recommend anybody with an E-Type to take all the exhaust pipes off and give it a run like that. It's fantastic. What a noise. The engines on these just sound fantastic. Anyway, so that was great. The engine was fine. I mean, I couldn't believe my luck. Here we were, a complete E-Type with a good engine. What? I couldn't believe it. Running it around, going up and down the drive, the clutch was knackered, so that was something that had to be done. Stripped all the carburetors down, obviously, when we first started it, and put new diaphragms in the carburetors. The cracked engine frame was pretty nasty, really. I mean, it did look terrible. The car had just been left to rot because the people didn't know what to do about it. Well, what you do about it is you buy another engine side frame. It's quite expensive. And it's a big old job to fit, but I did it. It's all nuts and bolts. Take the whole thing apart on one side. Really labour intensive, but what a joy to work on. I mean, I really love working on this car. It's kind of easy to get your head around. They're quite a complicated car back in the day, but once you've figured it out, it's actually fantastic. I love working on it. Yeah, so the engine frame went in. I went up to Martin Roby's and with a shopping list. So I bought an engine frame and I bought a windscreen because that was cracked badly. And I bought a stainless steel exhaust system because it was a fit and forget job. And so I did spend, a little bit of money then. But it was a few £100. It wasn't thousands and thousands like people spend. I mean, I haven't got the money. I keep going on about it, but it's true. Anyway, that was all of that. The engine had to come out so we could put the clutch in, and that was quite a major operation as well, which we managed to do. And then the diff was an American diff, and I was running it around for a while with the American diff on. As I said in episode 1, I managed to get an XJS diff for about £200 delivered. And I had to drop the whole rear cage out and swap the diff over, and it suddenly made it completely usable. Really made a difference. And at the same time, I got some stainless steel pistons and did all the brakes with stainless steel pistons and new seals. Again, not massively expensive. It's just having the time and knowing how to do this stuff, really. And every time you achieve a little job, it's like, yeah, we're getting there, So that's pretty much it up to date. I miss my dad. He used to shout at me a lot back in the day when I was a kid, but he got over that in the end, and we had a great time in the end. And this is why this is a keeper. really. It's a keeper for me, and it's a keeper in memory of him as well. So that's that. I'm getting a bit tearful, but never mind. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little episode. I mean, it's not very long, but I just needed to do a resume of work so far, really. I could talk about the welding as well. Shall I do that? I had to weld the inner sills. I had to weld one of the foot, the foot welds had all rotted out. So I plated them up initially just to get it through the MOT, but then I kind of bought some new foot welds to go in and welded. I've done one side, I've still got to do the other. An outer sill, patched the other one up, got a lead loading kit, which was quite hilarious because most of that ended up on the floor of the workshop, but you learn, don't you? Did a bit of lead loading.
Rusty old motors.
Patched up the rear wheel arches, not that brilliantly. One of them is starting to get a bit crusty again, so that'll be a job that we're going to contend with in the near future. Yeah, quite a bit of welding. Round the bottom of where the rear hatch seals in, that had started to go, so I managed to put, weld that little lip up a little bit better. One of the wings had a crack in it, which has cracked open again. So that's another job to do properly. A lot of these things were just to get it going and with a view to going back to it in later years and maybe sorting out a little bit better. But it's solid, it works. All the welding, actually, I looked at some of it the other day and it's not too bad. I can actually live with it. It's not like, oh no, I've got to grind it all off and start again because I was an idiot. It's not that bad. But yeah, so that's a little resume of work so far. And I was ripping the headlining out like I said I wasn't going to. So episode 3 is going to be me trying to put the new headlining in and showing you how I took the old one out. It's pretty nasty up there. That'll be fun to do. Also, the other thing is, every time I make a film, it means that, unless I'm talking about the car, I've got to be working on the car. So it's a double bonus. So it inspires me to do the car, and I get the fun of making a film at the same time, which I hope you all enjoy. Thank you very much. Please subscribe!
Out.